Welcome to Jolly Noodle Legs Horror House. Lock the door and don't make a sound. Welcome to Jolly Noodle Legs Horror House. Once you're in, there's no way out.
Hell yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this very short sort of video. Just a short little unboxing video. I received a parcel today, I think I've ordered, and I've received a gift from my dear friend Gary down at Stevenage. He sent me a gift. He messaged me last night and said, Geoff, there's a 4K wing in your way from me to complete up one of your collections. So I'm not sure what film it is going to be. Could be. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think last night. Oh, I wonder what that is, because I don't know what films or collections I've still got to complete. To be honest, because I don't tend to. I'm not a completist, if you will. I don't feel the need to get every film of a certain thing. If I, it's just not my way. But if this completes a collection of, then that's really, really cool. So we're going to start with this. This is from Gary. So thank you so much, mate. Yeah, you're a wonderful, wonderful chap. You don't have to buy me nothing, but the guy's got the biggest heart I know. He's the most kindest person. Apart from my lad, who's extremely kind, Gary's probably the most kindest person I've ever met in my life. He's just a phenomenal guy. Really, really cool. So thank you so much, mate. You're an absolute wonderful chap. And I've been friends with Gary now since I was probably about sort of 17 sort of age, so I've been friends with him now about over 40 years. So thank you so much, mate. I used to work on the council when I started to work in that, and Gary worked on the council, and I've met him from then and I've known him since then. That's really, really cool. So thanks, mate. This is the one thing I thought, I bet it's that. I thought, I bet it is that, and it is that. And it's the last one of the James Bond films. Absolutely incredible. No Time to Die on 4K. Now, I did a video a few weeks back now about my James Bond collection, because I've been playing the game. Well, actually, I've not played it for a couple of weeks. I will get onto it over the next few days. I did a video about my James Bond collection with Doctor Who. If you've seen the video, I keep messing up on it. And I've got all of them except the very last one. I've got all of them on Blu-ray. And I did say if I get the next one, I might get it on 4K just to own at least one James Bond on 4K. And now I do, down to the wonderful Gary. Thank you so much, mate. That is so awesome, so cool. Here he is, Craig David. Daniel Craig. So I keep getting him. I get all my names mixed up. Like when I talk to my lad about Hellraiser, I say Bradley Doug and it's Doug Bradley, and I say Craig David and it's Daniel Craig. I can't help it. I'm just a silly old man. But thanks so much, mate. This is absolutely wonderful. So it's really, really cool. I think he's got this from Amazon. Really, really cool. It's amazing. A lovely, lovely slipcase. But this is going to be a prize. Now, I said, the problem is, right, because I was talking to my lad some more and said, oh, Gary said he's sending me a movie of a collection. I said, I can't think of any that I've talked about. I said, the only thing I can think about, mate, Mark, is James Bond. I said, maybe it's going to be James Bond. I said, if it is, I might watch that today. He said, Dad, don't. He says, watch the other Daniel Craig ones first. I mean, I've already watched Casino Royale and Skyfall, but I've not seen Quantum of Solace and the other one is Spectre. I've not seen those. He says because there's a few spoilers, not necessarily spoilers, but there's a few things that hark back to those sort of films, because most James Bonds don't. You can watch Diamonds Are Forever, and then Doctor No, and then GoldenEye. None of them match up. The story doesn't carry on. But apparently over the last sort of few, it has had a little bit of that. But you know what? I don't mind that. And if I don't get something and then I watch the others, oh, that's what they were talking about in that one, then I don't mind that either. So I'm still quite tempted to watch this, not tonight, but over the weekend. So if I do, I might review it and bring it to my channel. So thank you so much, Gary, for that incredible gift, mate. Absolutely amazing. That will be prized possession of my James Bond collection, because it's the only 4K that I own of his. I know the others are now sort of coming out on 4K, but that's the only one that I own, and I'm happy with that. It's really cool. This one is one I spoke about in the pickup video, which I might put out today actually, as a pickup video. So I might put that out so then I can put this out afterwards. And I did mention this film in it, that I did my pickup video. I was going to hold back and wait for this to arrive, but I didn't know when it was going to come. I'm sure it's that film released on Eureka Films. I'm sure it's Eureka on here, released here. And I've got this from HMV Online. And it is fantastic. It's a film I've been after quite a while. It's a Vincent Price film, and it's one of my favourite Vincent Price films. And really, really cool to get it finally here on Blu-ray. I think it's only been available DVD here in UK till now, and it is Madhouse. Not the Video Nasty, not to be confused with that one. There is a 1980s Video Nasty called Madhouse. So yes, finally got that. So I won't unbox it here. This is the limited edition one. Eureka are they are a bit like Arrow and stuff, where they release a limited edition one which has got a limited slipcase and normally a booklet or something, and then when they've sold out they release a standard a bit further down the line. So do Second Sight. They tend to do that. They release the special editions first a lot of the time, and then they'll release a standard one when they seem to have sold out. So yeah, really, really cool. I'm glad that's finally arrived. So I will save that until it's I do the actual movie, and I'll unbox it then. So that is Vincent Price in Madhouse. So that's it really. I just wanted to do this because I was really excited about getting this James Bond film, which is really, really cool. I did have an inkling, so because when he said to complete your collection, so it baffled me most of the night. And I'm sitting there thinking, just enjoy your evening. Stop thinking about. It's rare for me to get gifts, you see. Like I said, my lad brought me this for Father's Day, which is incredible, Chernobyl, and I'm looking forward to watching that. And I do plan on watching it over the next day or so. Like I say, I'm off at the moment because I'm not very well. Feeling a little bit brighter today, so that's pretty cool. So fingers crossed I can get myself back and return into work in the next few days. But just, you know what it's like when you're ill. The best thing to do though is not rush, is it? So I might give myself to after the weekend before I return back, just to make sure, because I still feel run down and tired. So I'm going to try and take a couple of days just to try to recover myself, just because it's knocked me for 6, being ill again. But yeah, I'm okay now. So I've only been off a few days at work, because I started to feel ill last week, but I was at work and I just worked through because I knew my long weekend off was coming. So I thought I'll work through and then I'll get long weekend and I'll probably recover over that. But I just felt worse and worse and worse. And come Monday, I felt really bad. So I started contacting some of my colleagues at work. So what should I do? What should I do? And I contacted my manager on the Tuesday to see if I could get some emergency leave days. I didn't really want to go off sick, but she said, unfortunately, because there's already people off, I can't, so I'd have to go off. So unfortunately I had to go off. But anyway, it is what it is. And it's boiling, and in a way I'm kind of glad it's this week that I'm ill, because obviously trying to be out in this heat would be absolutely awful. But yeah, again, Gary, thank you so much, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing this, and it will take pride in my James Bond collection. I have the James Bond, I think it's the 40th or 50th anniversary box set, which is the old school one, not the new one with the white one. I've got the old school one that opens out like books, and it's got all the films up to Skyfall, and it had a slot for you to put Skyfall in. So when I got that, I put it in there. And Inspector I got on a Blu-ray separate, and now I've got the last one in my James Bond collection. Don't make any more. There's enough, all right? We've got enough James Bond films, you know. But cool. Anyway, thank you so much for that, mate. Thanks for coming to this quick video. Massive shout out to my lad. See you soon, guys.